Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw the creature from the Black Lagoon. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll see a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. So for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. So I'm going to go for like a swimming pose. I mean, he's the creature, right? And he's swimming after you. So I'm going to see if I can do this. I don't know. I mean, I may not be able to because, the challenge is I get to draw whatever I want to draw. It doesn't mean I can draw whatever I want to draw, but I get to do it. So that's the challenge, is picking a pose, figuring out anatomy in that position, and then executing that decision. So yeah, so I think that'll work. So yeah, what I was saying is, so that means I've decided where I want to put him, and I just got to see if I can put him in that pose. And so I've always thought to myself, I wish I could use more of the entire page. We're sitting here on a widescreen YouTube screen, and all I'm doing is drawing like right there. All this is just such negative space, So I thought maybe this is my opportunity. This will be the time that I can finally do something with a bigger range, something where I can take advantage of the entire page. So that's kind of what I'm going to try for now and see if I can make it work. All right. Okay, and so here's the next trick, is I got to figure out this, like his arm here. My first sketch right there didn't cut it. That's not bad. And I mean, the nice thing is, well, it's a monster. I decide what he's going to look like. But it's still got to look good. I mean, it's in so many words. It's a guy in a costume. You know what I mean? So it's still got to look good. So yeah, so that's what I mean by we'll see if I can do it, because I know what I want to do. I just got to figure out how to take it there and keep it looking good, That's not bad. Let me see. Let me double check some other shots and see if I'm missing anything. So that's the other crazy thing, is there's going to be nothing but lines on this. And sorry, I'm getting quiet because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. And it's a little bit of craziness, a little bit of I want to say artistic creativity, but it's following the sketch, but again, it's going to have some craziness in here, Okay. So one thing I wanted to talk about was, even though the creature is not my most favorite monster, obviously, Frankenstein is always going to be my favorite. the creature from the Black Lagoon has some of my most favorite monster music. In that, have you watched it? Have you ever seen the movie? It's got the most dramatic "Here is the monster" music ever. You need to go watch it. Even if you're not a big monster fan, it's like, yeah, just try it out. Just see what you think. But when it comes time for the monster music, it's super dramatic. It's like, bah, bah, bah. It's huge. It's a big. It's like they got every horn in the room to blur out this sound, and it's hilarious. It's awesome, hilarious. Not like you're gonna be laughing, but well, you might laugh and be like, really? That's what they thought was scary back then? I mean, yeah, it is. That's exactly what they thought was scary, you know. So, but to me, it's classic. It's such a staple of horror monster music. It's beautiful. So, okay, I love where I'm going with this. So I'm going to start to erase, so I can start to get ready for the Sharpie portion, because I don't want these lines to stand out whenever I do my Sharpie drawings. And I'm going to leave it a ghost of a figure, a little faint figure, that I can just follow and sketch along with it. Okay, all right. So I think we're ready. I'm gonna welcome all the skippers, all the people that skipped to this section. Let's welcome them. All right, welcome skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'm gonna be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but sometimes the pen, just to get in some of this fine little detail. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but it's the creature. It's got a lot of crazy detail all over it, you know. So we're gonna pick and choose our battles of which we're going to enhance or remit. So let's start up. I've already done my sketch. I know where I'm going. Then I've erased some of the lines so I can join in and get going with this. So what I'm going to do with the Sharpie pen is I'm going to start with the eyes and build out of there. If the eyes aren't right, there's no reason to go forward. So I'm going to start off with following my sketch with like this weirdish looking egg shape eye, something like that. And then he's got another one inside, kind of like this. Okay, and that's as far as I want to go, because the pupils and all that stuff, I don't want to take away from that. And that should all be blackened in, but I don't want to do that with Sharpie. I want to do that with a color. Okay, so, and then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the mouth, just like this. And then he's got these huge lips. I'm not gonna lie, Fishman has big fish lips, you know, something like that. And there's a lot of other detail, and this is what I was saying. We got to kind of figure out what we're going to continue with and what we're going to not do, because we kind of can't do everything, you know. There's almost too much detail on him. So I'm gonna kind of play around with some lines and let others go. Okay. So I'm gonna play around with some of his headlines, because I know where I'm going with the sketch. And then there's others that I want to do with color, so I don't want to go too far, you know. And I'll just do kind of something like this, just to accent some parts and let color take care of the rest. So again, I'm just kind of playing around with the design and the look, and you know what? That's all I want to do. I'm going to go from there with the big Sharpie. That way, I'm not going too far. So here, I'm going to give him a little bit of a point for the top of his head, because he's got like the spine thing going back, and then I'm going to draw the roundness of his head. Okay, and then from there, I'm going to kind of build onto the gills. Something like that. And what I'm going to do is play around with, like I said, the look and style that he has, just to, you know, make it my own and play around with his unique look. But like I said, we're not going to do everything, because I know this is a lot, and having to draw every single little gill in the gill man is almost impossible, but we got to do some, you know? And also, it's what makes him the monster, you know? He makes him kind of all kooky with his weird little details, you know? All right. There we go. That'll add to it as well. So, all right, I love where we're going with it so far. So, you want to know another interesting little feature? He's got a mouth like that, and that's the guy's mouth inside is what that is. All right, so now, let me get back to my better picture. I'm going to build off the sketch and draw scraggly little reminders of where I'm going to go with this. And so I think what I'm going to try to do, let me see if this works. Come back in like this for the inside. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work real good. Okay, so I'm going to build onto his body with just like gills, you know, scales is basically what I'm doing. And I'm also playing around with the look of the shape of his body. So I'm just kind of like building like this. And the reason I'm doing it like that, kind of sketchy, is because again, let me show you. Let me do this one arm and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm just kind of making it kind of bumpy. Something like that. So I can come back in and I'm going to do stuff like this. Not a lot. Not all over the place. But enough to you know, give him his scaly look. And actually I should make him more craggly than that. You know, that's too straight. And the nice thing about it is if you add stuff like that, no one can tell you you're wrong, you know? No one's gonna say, that doesn't look like the gill man. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Okay, so we're gonna do this first hand hanging down right here, and I'm gonna just draw kind of, I got it kind of like this. This will help you out. Okay. And basically he's got like a flipper hands. So we're just building onto that. And again, this is creature. You can do whatever you want. No one can tell you you're wrong. Actually, the crazier you make it, the more it's going to be yours. You know, so own it. Own that creature from the Black Lagoon. All right, so this hand we're going to have sticking up. Oh, you know what else? I almost forgot. He's got like these gills hanging down like this. Or fins, I guess is what those are. Gills are on the side of his face, right? These are fins. Something like that. All right, I'm loving this so far. I hope yours is coming out as good as mine. I'm super happy with this. Okay, so I'm going to do this arm over here. I've got it kind of raised up. So I'm going to do that bumpy thing that I was doing over there. I'm going to do the inside of his arm. Again, just drawing some scraggly bumps. And here, his gill's on the inside. His fin is on the inside. So I'm just kind of going to draw it like this and then build off of it. So, and you're seeing it from the side point of view. So I'm just kind of playing with it like this. Whereas this is the side, I guess that's more, this is like this one is like this. That's kind of what I was going for, okay? And again, remember, the more rough you make it, the crazier you do, the more awesome it is. So don't worry about if you're going too far. You can never go too far, unless you went too far and you got to turn back around, because what you got to do, you got to get back home, right? All right, so I'm going to draw the layers like we did over there. And I'm going to draw them scraggly like we were talking about. Something like this. And then this one we're just going to kind of do over here. And he's got some going in like that. I can hear the song already in my head. Maybe no, I can't play it here because I don't want to jeopardize YouTube saying that's not your music, you can't use it. So look it up. Okay, back to his hand. So here again, I just got to draw his hand, but I don't have to worry too much about the correctness of it because it's a gill hand, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second, where it's like this, and it's all connected like that. So see, it's like this big mitt, like this huge, almost like baseball mitt, and it's got tons of little features and details and stuff like that. So I'm just going to kind of do something like this just to accent, because I'm not going to draw every single little, like it looks like a little circle inside each one of those. It's crazy. So that's good. That'll do for what we want to do. That gives it the weird creature hand. All right, so let's draw his body now. And let's see. He also has. Let's see. His waist here. It's got its own, like, what would you call this? Let's see. Let me see if I can draw this real fast. He's got like an underbelly. It's kind of something like this. A scale, like scales, I guess, down here. Yeah, what would you call this? It's not like armor, but kind of like how an armadillo has like these layers of stuff, you know? He's got something like that. All right, here we go. All right, so now let's work on his legs, and again, I'm just going to do just some scaly scales, following my sketch. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that because you don't know what I'm talking about, and it might be annoying. So I'm gonna stop, and then let's draw him his little flipper feet. All right. So again, I'm just gonna add some scaly scales. All right, how's yours coming out? Is it coming out awesome? I hope so, because I love what I'm doing so far. This one's coming out great. This is gonna be fun to color. Oh, this is gonna be green though, you know? I mean, there's not much to color. All right, so here we go. So now I'm gonna do this leg, and again, little sketchy, little scaly, little, what do you call it? Layers. That's the best thing I can say. Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, that's bragging. I shouldn't say perfect. Perfect for making myself happy. That's why it's perfect. Okay? Okay. So now I'm going to draw his foot over here like this. Something like that. Okay. So again, remember, you can never go wrong. This is yours. You do what you want to do. I mean, okay, I say that. I can say you never go wrong, but, you know, it's gone wrong before. You know, there are other movies that I'm not crazy about, but they tried, you know. So like The Creature Returns, all that crazy stuff, you know, they tried, but it doesn't always work. You know, sometimes it's a cash grab. They're just trying to do it just for sake of making some money. All right. Okay, I want to do more, but you know what? I think that's good enough. That gets the point across. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is the creature from the Black Lagoon. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.